go live, do a couple lives, like 2 or 3, and that way, I mean, I've been doing videos, but I'm trying to experience all of the aspects of being a YouTube creator. So I have this second bag, number 2, of all my travels, and I've traveled many travels, everyone, and you will go, oh, wow. Yes, I mean, I have rocks. I have jars and jars of rocks, fossils, and such as this beautiful clamshell that is so old and it has a purple to it. I'll bring it up so you can see it closer. It's very fascinating. I collected it on a beach. It has like wormholes and years and years and years of wear and tear. And you can see that I also do rocks and jewelry. And as you've seen, I do a lot of things, but this is really fascinating when you look up real close. I'll try to get it up there and keep the focus. But the purple is so beautiful, and it is a clamshell, very old and very thick. And it has these incredible holes, and it's just an amazing piece I found, all whole in a half shell, of course. But to be able to find this was an amazing feat. And this was collected in Oregon. This bag will be an Oregon coast, all along the Oregon coast. I spent a lot of time out on the road. So I'm going to set that over this way, and you can see. And then I have pieces of like flat stone that I actually thought of, like a piece of jewelry down the road and such. But if you look at this beautiful agate, and it's very rough. I'm not really into polishing my stones. I like to keep them rough, and they're so beautiful in their natural form to me. And then a lot of little pieces. You can see a lot of the little type of pieces. But I do really am fascinated with the shells. I love the intricate designs of shells. And this is a shell right here. And I'll put my shells, they'll be over here with the clam shell. And then I have an incredible find. I was finding agates, and it's kind of rare to find different colored agates, and I was finding different colored and in a quite a form on another rock. As you can see, it's another rock, and then the agate formed on top of it, and it's quite a specimen. And then when you look real close, my camera won't pick it up, but there's actual like crystally in the center. There's crystals, so that leads me to believe that that's probably a quartz crystal in the center. And then you have the agate that had attached to the rock, because this is just a plain rock. To y'all, this is a plain rock that got an agate on it, and it's in its natural form. It's very beautiful. And I'm going to set that up here. And then we'll kind of keep going, and I'll put this agate up there because it's a natural formed agate. This is a piece of obsidian. I found this along the beach in a natural form. It was in an area that was known for big obsidian, so I knew I had a piece of obsidian. It's very beautiful, and it probably has a little bit of minerals attached to it. I see like a lighter blue, like right there. That's a lighter blue, and that would be a mineral. And then you have, of course, your obsidian, because you have the shiny, like you can see the obsidian. It's a beautiful piece. I liked that it was like almost like an arrowhead form. It is not an arrowhead. It has not been napped as an arrowhead, but it is beautiful. And I like it in its natural form. As I said, I do not polish my stones, any of that. And some I've collected through the years, and this was one I really liked. This was a great trip that I took. Here's one that, if I could get it closer for you. It's just a really cool rock. Not saying it's anything. I just like the iron and the oxidation, and all that oxidation, however you pronounce that. Bear with me, everyone. Now, this is shaped really kind of cool, smooth from the beach because I was at the ocean. I like the shape of it, like number one, but it actually feels really good. Like you could put your thumb here. Almost felt like a little bit of like you could put your thumb and hold it, and it's sometimes when you hold rocks, it gives off a good feeling that makes your energy feel good. So I like things like that. I'll put that over there. And then you have bits and pieces of real clear type of agates. There was a lot of those, so I picked quite a bit of them up. It was a real low tide. I remember the day that I picked these up. Um, and then you have these shells that were incredible because I just love when you look at them real close and you see all this beautiful like holes, and might even be a small shell, but it's really cool having these shells. They're incredibly interesting. Here we go. This, I believe, is a rock. This is a rock, but it's really cool. I just kind of find them fascinating, but if I can get close, um, this is kind of cool. I think it had like different types of like rocks, maybe forming minerals, and it kind of came to that point, like that obsidian piece. And I just like that look. And bring it close, and then you can look. Just a normal rock there, but I just like the shape of it. Sometimes I like the shapes, and I'll pick them up because I think the shapes are really, actually really cool. And then this one, you get close to it again, and it's in its raw form. And then if you look way inside there, it sparkles. You can't really see it on my camera though, so it's all cool, but it's like a banded agate, and I find quite a bit of those. Sometimes they're a little, I have some that are bigger actually, but banded agates, but you can't really see the depth of what I'm looking at. But this is, I believe, as it's so cool. This is really cool if I can focus for you. Almost like a piece of chert, or I it's so smooth and beautiful. I just picked it up because it was really cool. I thought of like chert. Um, I don't believe it's a slate kind of a rock. I think it's more like chert on and not flint. But it was really cool. It's really smooth and really interesting. But that is my other second video. So this will be my second bag that you all get to look at, and I'll get closer to the really special finds, the shells. I really am fascinated with, I love the, like the patterns of the age, you know, because it's so many years and they're so old. And I love rocks because they have a history to them and a story to tell from all the water and the tides. And it's just a beautiful thing. And I wanted to share it with you. And now I will go through my biggest bag, bag number 3 for my next live. And you're all bearing with me with my lives. And thank you for sticking around with me. I have been enjoying this.